Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Drewski702 on Instagram from Elevated Lifestyle, aka one half of the Lifestylers. And I just wanted to say, hey.
Welcome to the podcast.
That's right, y'all. We are back. And I know you guys heard from me yesterday, but it happens just that fast. I woke up this morning around 8 o'clock, turned on the lights to the grow bucket. Didn't really see anything crazy. Took a little nap, woke up at noon, came back in. And just that fast, I have to build another grow stack or take the time and learn how to top this plant. Top the plant. Oh my goodness, it's something that I really didn't think I was going to have to get into this fast. It's only been a month almost. In 2 days, it'll be a month. And I have a critical decision to make at this point. I can either chop this plant pretty much in half, take it down to the third node, trim all the fan leaves off of it, and create a clone, and then watch this original plant that I have veg out again, creating two more main colas, which will create more cannabis for the buck. And then I can also quick sex this plant while that one's vegging out, see if it's going to be male or female in the other grow bucket that I have. So the pivotal decision is this: if I make it grow straight up, I have to build another light stack. And yesterday I talked about building the grow bucket. This is where those second, third, and fourth buckets come into play for you guys. This is the point of where when you are building your spacers or your additional lighting, if you're going to use LEDs, what you're going to do is you're going to take your 5-gallon paint bucket, one of the ones that you have laying out, after your top piece, the part where your actual handle sits at, right after that, you're going to go about maybe 2 inches deep, and you're going to create your cutting mark, and then you're going to cut all of that off. And that's going to be your spacer. Then from there, what you're going to do is you're going to line your inside with your reflective material, your Mylar. If you have a white paint bucket, you can pretty much almost leave it alone. But for the sake being, that's going to be your next spacer to give your lights and your plant more room to grow upwards. Now, if you're not going to do any low stress training or anything like that in there, that's how you're going to do it. You're just going to leave it alone. There's your spacer. If not, you can leave your space bucket at the height it is. You're probably in a month in, you're probably at your first spacer to put on. So from here, what you're going to do, according to a few sources, Grow Eat Easy, I Love Growing, this is the point of where you can create your first clone and quick sex your plant. So if you have them, make sure you have a pair of like latex surgical gloves, a nice pair of scissors or pruning shears. I actually have some shears of my own, so I will be using those. Here they are from Fiskars. So I'll be creating my first clone, and as the new grower, I'll be teaching myself something new. Now, I just need to get all the conditions right. So what I'm looking for right now is another paint bucket lid, because I have my original space bucket still active and in play. That one's going to be used strictly for vegging. And so if I got myself a regular paint lid, I could build another light top and add, your lights in there, put a pot in it, and use that one to actually veg out. Build a little veg container with a 2-liter bottle for a humidifier, let it sit and do its thing, and then let it just grow and go from there. Go 12-12 because you already have it. At that point, you can go straight from the clone 12-12. It'll quick start to veg out while this one's recovering from all the damage that you just did to it. But you're also creating 2 more colas, and that will create more bud for you when you're growing in a space bucket. So there's pivotal decisions that have to be made right now, folks. I don't know what to do. Well, if you guys have any advice for me, this is going to be a quick one. You guys can always head to Google Plus, look for Andrew Hatcher Jr. You can also look for the What Are We Doing podcast forum on Google Plus under my community. You can also find me at Elevated Lifestyle LV on Instagram. You can email us at elevatedlifestylelv@gmail.com. If you have any info on that, yeah. So there's that. We're gonna be here in a few seconds. I got something to ask of y'all for you guys who do listen. So give me a second, y'all. All right, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Big Drewski. Thank you for everybody who's starting to tune in and listen. Give us some spins and some plays. I'm loving it. Make sure you're following myself at elevatedlifestylelv@gmail.com or at elevatedlifestylelv on Instagram at Stacks, STAX 510, Stacks 510 on Instagram. Make sure you follow my boy. If you guys know of anybody, any smoke shops or anything like that, that's willing to do any small sponsorships so we could actually extend the time on this podcast to make it a little bit more than 15 minutes, it'd be greatly appreciated if you guys could spread the word, get us some subscribers, make sure you're telling your friends about our podcast, because some of this is going to be daily, and then you're going to hear longer versions of this where it's going to be parts, until we get the ability to do longer shows on this network. So for right now, you guys, if you guys are listening, make sure you're telling all your friends about us. This is going to give you some daily information about growing in a space bucket, and hopefully it's educational to you guys if you are into growing. You're going to hear the experiences of somebody who's growing for the first time, and how real life is going to hit you on your messages. This podcast is for real people who do real things in real life, and they keep it moving. I told y'all that before. But make sure you listen, you add, you subscribe. If you're finding this on YouTube, please follow the link back to the Spreaker network, and subscribe to our official Spreaker network page. And then follow us on our social media accounts and show some love.